entities back through bankruptcy. We have Mr. Berry's company, who has said repeatedly that everything they need to do, they need to get blessed by their lending institution, who is here tonight, to understand this program, to see that this can work. That we are not in a situation where we're in an atmosphere where any of these people can go to the bank and say, we'd like to borrow $300,000 now to put out on the road. If we could have done that, we would have done that. We are at a juncture where we have worked diligently for 6 months, almost bloodily, I would say, at times, to get to where we are. It is not possible for any one of these people involved in this to get any more dollars than they have. Everybody here has had to beg and scrape from their lenders to allow it to proceed at this pace. It is spread, Gene, evenly through the project, so that if in the beginning Mr. Berry's is paying about $2,500 or $2,700 a lot, it's the same number that kind of works its way through. We did not take money and slide it away. We sat and said, if a person's share is X number of dollars, we proportionally spread it through the project against the improvements that it could build.
Okay. Then the only final number I'd like to know, if all of this happens successfully and everything...
If you have something to ask, start at the back and ask one of the staff to take a note. Now, if you want to interrupt this meeting, let me tell you very clearly, sir, there are strong things in our code, and that we do not look upon it very, very, very nicely. And I will tell you, under no circumstances will I hesitate to have you arrested and press charges for interrupting a lawful meeting. Now, if you want to make an ass out of yourself, you keep it up. Otherwise, you sit down or you're out of here. That's up. It's your decision, Mr. Allen.
Okay, with regards to having all the safeguards in place, the road club agreed.
Welcome to Bowie Community Television's Traditional Candidate Show. I'm Pat Whitaker, and I have the honor of opening this evening's program, Candidates Take a Stand. I will introduce all the candidates and allow each 15 seconds to give a short biographical sketch of their backgrounds. Starting with the incumbent candidate at my left is Richard D. Paget.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here. I'm Richard Paget. I'm a member of the Bowie City Council. I'm looking forward to this evening, and I'm hoping for some very provocative questions.
All right, next we have challenger Richard Dahms.
Good evening. My name is Richard Dahms, and I'm running for mayor of Bowie. I'm president of the Kavanaugh Group. I'm formerly employed by MCI Communications Corporation. I was responsible for financial planning, business analysis, and accounting for $8 billion worth of revenue.
Incumbent Jack Jenkins.
Thank you, Pat. I'm a 23-year resident of Bowie, an employee at the U.S. Department of State in Washington, and it's been my privilege to serve on the Bowie City Council for the past 8 years. I'm running for the District 2 seat on the City Council.
Candidate Joseph Violante.
Thank you. I'm running for the 5th District, the newly created one. I'm an attorney for disabled American veterans, and I believe I can be a strong advocate for the people of Bowie. Thank you.
Incumbent Frederick Robinson.
Hi, Pat. I'm Fred Robinson. I'm currently representing District 6 in the city of Bowie. I've been pleased and proud to serve the city for the last 6 years, and I, too, am looking for a fun evening tonight.
Candidate William Aylshire, I apologize for that.
Thank you, Pat. I'm a lifetime resident of Prince George's County. a resident of Bowie here for over 12 years. I'm running for Ward 5, which is the new seat over in South Bowie. I'm presently the spokesperson for the residents of Mitchellville East. Thank you.
And now we have candidate Bert Oliver.
Good evening. I'm Bert Oliver, running for District 2. I've lived in this area 23 years in Bowie. My wife and I raised 4 children here, and I welcome this opportunity to be here and to become involved in this process. Thank you.
Incumbent Richard J. Logue.
Thank you. My name is Dick Logue, and I'm running for re-election of Mayor of Bowie, and I'm asking for the support of the citizens of Bowie once again because I want to continue to make Bowie the best place in the state of Maryland to live. Thank you.
And challenger James Twigger.
Thank you, Pat. I've lived in Bowie now for 17 years. I have the distinction of living here twice, from 1965 through 68 with a previous wife and family, and with my wife Mary and Kevin for the past 14 years.
We are, of course, missing 2 incumbents, Molly Giesman and Gary Allen. Molly Giesman was unavoidably called out of town and won't be with us tonight. We're going to try something with incumbent Gary Allen. He is in Boston. He is going to speak to us by telephone and give us his 15 seconds. I hope he's ready. Is he on the line? We're hoping this is going to work. This is a TV first here. We were speaking with him on the phone before. Hopefully you will see him on your TV set, his picture, and we'll hear his voice from Boston. We're all here hoping that this is going to work. If it works, maybe we'll do more of it. If it doesn't, all right. We're going to try and get hold of Gary Allen later. The moderators for this political forum are Dick Mazowich, who is a local practicing attorney and anchor of the BCTV show Cablecast News, and Al Galado, National Vice President of the Association of Retired Federal Employees and host of Speak Out with Al Galado. They will be moderators tonight.
Thank you, Pat, and good evening to everybody here and out there. The length of our show will be at least 2 hours or more, depending on the enthusiasm and excitement generated amongst the candidates and by the subject matter. We do reserve the right to modify the format of the show if the circumstances and the candidate responses warrant it. We do intend to touch on and explore in depth all of the issues that people in Bowie have identified as important to the city. We will encourage interaction amongst the candidates themselves and within our discretion allow questions from one candidate to the other or to any other. Al?
Well, to add to that, we will direct some questions to a specific candidate, and that candidate's opponent may request to also answer the same question if he wishes. If any other candidate feels compelled to get into the fray and also wanting to respond to it, we will permit it, assuming the time limitations permit. Now, if a moderator, that is one of the 2 of us, feel that the question has not been answered directly or that it has not been fully answered, either one of us may ask follow-up questions. And that's not to be interpreted that we're trying to show some preference. It's only because we feel that the question has not been addressed as directly as we feel it should.